I'll make one statement. You know, you coach and you try to surround yourself with good people who were raised right, who are driven and wired, yet they have a humbleness to them too. Really hard. We had 3 guys that didn't play much. Why did Billy not play much? You could say foul trouble, but what else? Carter played really good. Okay? Started rebounding, blocking shot. I mean, why did DJ only play 13 minutes? Because Malik and Darius played so well, next game he may play 30. You had Nick. Nick got in a little foul trouble, but what happened? Malik Ewan played so well, you got to let him go. And you're the next game, and you're happy for your teammates. And it's more about all of us doing something unique and special. And it takes really good guys. Malik Thomas saved us in the first half. We should have been up more. In the second half at the end, Darius and Carter's 3 was big that kind of iced the thing. But Darius just made plays. Still had 4 turnovers. He and I got to look at it because and I even had to call a timeout to keep him in the game. And I left him out there for a minute with DJ and Malik, and we did all right. That's why I left him out there for a while. And we needed him to finish that game. So, anyway, questions?
Yeah, there was a 5-minute stretch in the second half where you guys held Tennessee without any points. I guess just defensively, what was working for you, and how big was that? Because you guys also went
we still were screwing around pick and roll. We still got to get better. But what we did was, now you guys looked at the stats. What are their rebound margin? How many for all the games they played? What they played 13 games. What's their rebound margin? What is it? Plus what? 8? 10? It's 15. It is 15. Do you know how hard that is with the schedule they played? They played a ridiculous schedule like us. So for us to out-rebound them by 3, you ready for this? They're number 1 in the nation in offensive rebounding. We got 1 or 2 more than they did. Big. That was the whole game for us. We just said it. We shoot 30% from the 3. Start the game shooting 3 threes. What did I have to do? I had to call a timeout. Are you crazy? What, are we going to try to shoot 53s? So 30%, but the big ones at the end, we made, which means your team has a will to win. Let me say this with Tennessee. They are really good. They ain't losing many, just so you know. And you know what I'm so happy about? We don't have to play them again. And if we play them again, it's going to be in the conference tournament. We're done with them. Let other people deal with that. Physically inside, the way they rebound, their guard play, they're really good.
10 block shots in this game, but it seemed like there were some altered shots as well because you had rotation and guys flying up to contest. If you can't always match in physicality, how big was that, the length and quickness off the floor?
All right, so who had 4? So you would say, if he could do 4 in that game, why isn't he getting more blocks? Because it's really hard, and you got to be alert, and you got to be willing to leave your feet, not just grab and foul. What he did today, like I subbed him because he wouldn't get around the post. You're out. And if I put you back in and you don't get around the post, I'm not putting you back in. That's when I'm saying my will is stronger than yours. You're going to do it or I'm not playing you. And all of a sudden he did it. He started playing aggressively. He's now blocking shots. He went and got – the first half he was reaching for rebounds. What did he do in the second half? He went and got balls. He told on himself today. That's what he did. So he can do it, but he's making a choice. Doing it is really hard. I'd rather not do that because it's really, really hard. Got to do it. Got to do it.
Quick follow-up. Arkansas had not won an SEC opener in 5 years. And you always want to get the best foot forward and have a strong start. But over a really good team, like you said, a ranked team, a quad one win, how valuable is that? I think any win is. But
yeah, when you're winning games in this league, you're happy you're winning a game. I said it last year. It doesn't matter who you play. You want to win. Last year, if you remember, we started 0-5, and they were saying we hired the wrong coach. What the heck are we doing? And we turned it around and got it going. So now we're a little farther ahead than we were a year ago. But our guard play, woo. We're now getting some big guys, our wings, our athleticism. Billy Richmond, if Carter would play that way, forget about all the other crap. You don't need it. Just go get balls. You'll make baskets just playing. Don't try to invent, no. But rebound and defend, he did it today. He's another one. He told on himself. But I'm happy for him. I'm happy for Malik. You know, as a coach, you're trying to get the best version of every guy you're coaching as you try to win the game. And there are other times you have to say, I'll work with you later, but right now I got to win the game. This is a kind of group that, you know, again, I don't know what we scored off the bench, but we're one of the best in the country at scoring off the bench.
Yeah, Coach, just what are your thoughts on how Darius Acuff is playing right now and just how special of a talent he is and what he's doing, you know, still with a lot of ball left, but where he kind of stacks up to some other
Yeah,
players?
he's, you know, anybody that watches, it's killing people that he's this good. He and Malik Thomas, we got two of the best freshmen in the country. People aren't happy about it, and I'm hoping we're signing another group that's going to be similar to these guys. I'm doing this with freshmen. That's what I'm doing. You may be able to tell me you'll never do it. You'll never get to a Final Four. We started 5 freshmen. I know that game is different and people are older with beards and children and stuff. I know that. But the freshman, Darius Acuff is a beast. You can say he's a good player. He is a beast. That's who, when you look at his body, you're like, holy cow, this kid's a beast. So he can he can score all kind of different ways. He's good. I mean, don't tell me there are 15 freshmen better than he and Malik. You can say it and then be mad about it, and that's what I believe. No, it's not your opinion. It's your hope. But it's not your opinion. It's your hope. But those two are good.
Follow up on the Acuff coach. I mean, there's been a lot of times, not only today, he's been a good closer for you. How valuable is that from your point guard, someone that young, to have that ability to close a game out?
And then Carter made those free throws. We did some dumb things on the out of bounds, but we had guys make shots and layups, and it's not just him. But to know you have one, what happens is, what do you think the other team's thinking? We got to get it out of his hands, and now the other guys become even better. And he's smart enough to make that play. I mean, we had 14 turnovers, but we created 14 on them too. They're a team that usually has 20-some assists because of how they play. They only had 13 today. In the first half, you saw when we turned up the defense, when we really got after them and they were struggling to get into offense, and they walked, they didn't call them, but they walked like 3 different times because of that pressure. That's part of who this team needs to be.
John, you mentioned Acuff, you know, he's getting the flowers and things like that. He fills up the stat sheet. The average fan can see the 29 points. But what is it about his game the average fan doesn't see that you've been most pleased with in his development this season?
The development, his body language. What you see on the court. You don't see hanging head. No body language. He understands body language screams. Could either scream bad and bring your team down, or it screams good, Billy Richmond, and it picks your team up, your body language. And so that was something, to be honest, when he was in high school, we were talking to him about it. You're too good a player. People are looking at you thinking, well, when your body language is bad, they think you're a bad guy. No, you're not a bad guy. You don't. No one's really got on you about it. He's been great. I called him in the office the other day and I said, listen, I'm always really hard on my best players. I'm always been that. And I said, do you know why? And he said, because you're expecting more. Yeah, but I also need those other guys seeing that I'm on you more than I'm on them. And you're a really good player. They have to see that. He said, I got it. So now, instead of any back and forth, he'll say, I got it. It's on me. He's growing. He's maturing. He's 18 years old, playing against 29-year-olds. Come on.
Matt, yeah, you've talked about getting Malik Thomas going, and he has. What are ways in which you're trying to get Carter going, who made some winning plays tonight?
The biggest thing is play like Billy Richmond. I'm just saying, it's really hard. But you don't have to worry about any skill stuff. So what I'm asking you to do is really hard, but it's way easier than trying to do skill stuff. What then will happen is the skill stuff will pop through, and you'll see, like the three, like the free throws, like the layup, like the pass. But until that other stuff comes full boat, that's who he is, now you're relying on making shots. Watch. You're relying on all skill stuff. Whoop, whoop. And when he's down there, where's his head go? And when I see his head go, I've told him, your head goes down, I'm subbing you. So figure it out. Again, I might be sounding mean to you, but I got a job to do with these kids, and each of them are different, and I'm holding them to a high standard, mainly because I think we got a pretty good team. Last year, did I ever sound this way last year? No. We're going to be okay. Guys are really trying. You know, we're really close. You guys are okay. You know, 0-5. What? They're so now I got a group, and I told them, Wednesday we practice. You were there. What did it look like? Track or practice?
Track.
What? Get on the line. All right, let's go. Oh, really? Go back on the line. We went that for an hour. And then I'm teaching, and I said, is someone talking? And I go to teach again. I hear, what? On the ball. Let's go. Keep running. Again, I should be able to demand from that group the highest level because they're capable of it. And now it's hard, though. It's hard to sustain it. It's hard to come every day. Stuff's hard. But you know what? I'm not letting them slip. I can tell you that right now.
On the official wins list, you tied Rick Barnes today, active leaders. I wonder.
I think, you know, that's the question thing, but I've had a few more than that, but that's fine. No, he and I have been dear friends for, I think I was 17 or 18, and that would have made him like 21 or 22. We worked camp together. Matter of fact, it was a day camp. You ready? And we had to stay in the training room on the tables, and the coach, which was Tim Gergerich's wife, brought us a pan of lasagna that we could carve up, and we put it on, you know, the water thing where it's hot, where you take the pads out to keep it hot. We put it on that, he and I. And we stayed like 2 or 3 days in the training room together. And since that time, when he was an assistant, I was later an assistant, we became friends. We've coached against each other. I told him today, how many times have we played against each other? Great friend. I love him, and I'm not saying that lightly. Like, I love him. He's like my brother. And I hate, we needed to win, so did they, I guess. This was a road game for them. This would have been a steal. But we needed to win, but, you know, again, he's as good as it gets. He's a Hall of Fame coach, belongs in the Hall of Fame.
That sequence, the UN made 2 free throws, you spring the full court on him, 5-second call, and then Knox hits the 3. How important was that sequence?
Big. It was big. Thanks, guys.